the Wild Thing, Ray! Weighs 285 pounds. From Tulsa, Oklahoma, Steve Dr. Death Williams!
All right, Bruno Sammartino, the second round elimination match, the battle of the Steves, if you will, Steve Ray and Dr. Death Steve Williams. And Bruno, I would have to say that this is going to be the toughest match, and certainly on paper, that Steve Ray has had in his young UWF career.
That's for sure, Craig. You know, we know that Steve Ray's really come a long way. He's an exciting guy to watch. He's a very enthusiastic wrestler in that ring. But I'll tell you what, he's never been tested like he is in this match against the Dr. Death Steve Williams. If he can do well against Williams, this guy's career is going to skyrocket, because Williams, you know, he has the reputation. And Steve Ray is well thought of, but he's not quite there yet. So we'll just have to see how he does against Dr. Death.
And obviously, both are in the way of the other as far as the UWF Sports Channel Championship is concerned. There's a semifinal matchup, or rather a quarterfinal matchup. The winner will move on and would be just one win away from the big one at the Beach Brawl coming up on June 9th in Palmetto, Florida, the pay-per-view event you'll be hearing a lot about. Call your cable operator for details on that. In a scissor lock, Williams on Steve Wild Thing Ray. Both are pretty quick. And one thing about Dr. Death, Bruno, he can play it just about any way you want.
Dr. Death is a guy that, you know, I take my hat off to him. First of all, a lot of people may dislike him, but here's a guy who was a tremendous amateur wrestler who achieved an enormous amount of success. As a pro, not only throughout the United States, but Japan and every place else, he is a well-respected man. Right now, we're seeing the match so far. They've both put some headlocks and takeovers, head scissors, kick-outs. So far, you know, they've both been, they're even. But we'll just have to see as the match goes on. We'll see if the experience, the size, strength of Steve Williams can overcome the enthusiastic, energetic, and quickness of Steve Ray.
Yeah, he's going to need a lot of enthusiasm against the big guy from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Dr. Death Steve Williams. Williams may be the favorite at this point to move on and to get to the finals. But certainly you look down the list, the Gordys, the Moroccos, we'll see that match. Bigelow, De Beers, Jack, and B. Brian Blair, Cactus Jack, so all 8 have good chances. Now look at Wild Thing going to work. Oh, a big foot on the head of Dr. Death, and he's putting him into the mid-rope there. Another shot to the midsection.
Yeah,
Ray going to work.
But this is very surprising here, Greg, because Steve Williams had not done anything illegal. In fact, he broke clean. And it was Steve Ray then, when he saw the chance, he attacked him. But now you're seeing an angry Steve Williams.
And he may get the pin. No, not quite. You know, you could really sense that Dr. Death was just trying to buy some time and let Wild Thing throw some punches, get wild, if you will. And then, oh, boy. Takes him down.
Boy, as Steve Ray came charging, Williams quickly got behind him, and what a takedown. He picked him up, and he really slammed him down. And right now, he's got him, let's see, still behind him. Steve Ray gets up. Quarter Nelson here.
Yeah, had him in the quarter Nelson, but as you can see, the Wild Thing trying to fight free, and he does. Dr. Death into the ropes, and no drop kick. He hung on to the top rope. And Wild Thing rang it up and did not hit anybody.
Well, but you know, as stunned as Steve Ray seemed, he came back, got up quick, and he caught him with Steve Williams with that clothesline and sent him out.
He's going to the top rope here, Bruno. From the red rope, he jumps down and knocks him down.
Did you see that? From that top rope, he dove, but Williams caught him. Williams caught him, took him down, and now look what he's doing to him.
I think that's the most amazing thing, is that Williams was able to get the leverage when you would think that Wild Thing would get it from jumping off the top rope. Didn't happen. He may body slam him here. No, he runs him into the turnbuckle and into the steel post. He ran him in. I beg your pardon. That was the steel post, Bruno Sammartino, and he really hit him hard.
But after he threw him against the steel post, he hung on to him and slammed him on a hard floor.
Oh, boy.
But meanwhile, they better be careful because the referee's counting out there, and they could both be disqualified.
Dr. Death knocks Ray down. Of course, if you do get disqualified, that would put you out of the tournament.
Exactly.
You don't want to make that kind of mistake, at least if you are the winner, of course. You don't want to win by a DQ here. Big shot again. You heard the sound of that one.
Yeah, well, Steve Williams.
Forearm to the back.
Steve Williams delivered some heavy blows to the back, and as you can see, he's staying on it. He figures he's got his back weakened, and he's going to stay on it. And I guess the psychology there is to bring him back in the ring when he's damaged enough, and then go for some punishing hold and bring this match to a conclusion.
I think Williams thinks he's back in the Big 8 for one of those Oklahoma-Texas good old-fashioned battles. He is really pummeling Wild Thing Ray now. And you just know it's a special matchup, a matchup that will lead to the semifinals of the elimination tournament. The winner will move on. The loser is gone.
Now, Steve Williams wanted to give Steve Ray a backdrop, and he telegraphed it. He bent too quickly, and Steve Ray just grabbed him by the hair and rammed his head down. But he's telegraphing himself nice. He goes over that top rope because Williams is waiting on him.
Splash, tried to splash him, but Williams catches him in the air and just throws him down. And he landed in an unusual manner. It looked like he may have hurt his wrist or arm.
He fell on his head, I think.
And his head, you're right. I thought he tried to grab the stiff arm there to take away some of the punishment. And he really is taking a beating in there. He's trying to do some offensive moves, Bruno, but obviously they're not working because Wild Thing's just turning around. Takes him to the turnbuckle, power slams him down. This could be it. 3, 2, yes, sir. Wow.
The time of the fall, 5 minutes, 24 seconds for the winner.
We said it might be Steve Wild Thing's Ray.
Death Williams!
Toughest match, and no question about it. Dr. Death showed why he will be the favorite. You can see that Williams is bloody. He knocks down Herb Abrams. I don't think he has any idea where he is.
And no, but he was very upset. He took a swing at Herb Abrams. I wonder if he's just confused or if he's upset with himself or what.
I think he really has been not only shaken up, but he may have hurt that arm and head. He's bloody. Referee Dick Kroll trying to hold him back. His face is really bloody.
Yes, he is. He's bleeding.
I think he's bleeding from the mouth, too, Bruno.
Well, I don't know what particular blow did it, but he took some vicious, vicious blows against Dr. Death Steve Williams.
It may have been the one we've been talking about when he flipped over, landed in his face, his arm. It may be a bloody nose or mouth, whatever. It's not a good sight for Wild Thing Ray, who, well, is he going to congratulate Dr. Death?
Well, it looks like he's offering a handshake. Steve Ray is saying, hey, you were the better man. Let's see if he's sincere. Well, he is. He shook his hand, and he says, okay.
That does not surprise me. He's a classy guy, Wild Thing.
Yeah.
And not one for the chicanery. He gave it his all, but really the better man in the ring, Bruno, won the match.
Indeed. Indeed, that's right. That's all you can do is give it your all. And, hey, it's no disgrace to lose to the likes of Steve Williams because Williams is capable